National Football League. Brings us to Indianapolis, Indiana, where they fire up the crowd with the striking of the anvil, as it's time for football at Lucas Oil Stadium. Tonight, we've got a good one on tap as part of the John Madden Thanksgiving Celebration Series. It's the Houston Texans and the Indianapolis Colts. It's Mike Tirico and Greg Olson with you. Michael Badgley will be the first to get this one going. And off we go from downtown Indy. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. So out come the Houston Texans, and Greg, it is one of the good quarterbacks in the league. Offensive Rookie of the Year, number 2 pick in that 2023 draft. Year 3 for C.J. Stroud out of Ohio State.
Every team stresses it all week in practice, Mike, as they're building their scripts and they're delivering their team message. You want to start fast in the NFL. Playing from behind is a nightmare. You can't come out flat and allow the opposing team to strike first. They understand the importance. This opening drive, they feel really good about the plays they have tabled. They really feel good about the week of practice they had. Now all that has to come together, start fast, and then see if you can sustain it for 4 quarters. And this is what you can do when you have one of the best receivers in the game. You understand that even if the coverage is not perfect for the play call, sometimes it's just as simple as, my guy is better than your guy, and we're going to just keep giving him a chance.
He's taken down, but just shy of midfield. That's a dozen for number 12, and he's got a first down as well.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get them the ball, pick up the first down. A bit of a quick hitter here. What you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short game.
From the 46, here's 2nd and 4. From the gun, here's Stroud. He'll spot his big tight end. That's Dalton Schultz. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a first down after a gain of 7.
There's this misconception out there, Mike, that in the NFL you have to run the same amount of run plays as you do pass plays. And as you're seeing in this drive, you can fall on one side of that coin a little bit more as long as you're able to remain effective and efficient. So far, their passing game has dominated here early, and that last pickup leads to a first down.
And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
16 yards.
A gain of 16 yards. It's good for a Texans first down.
16 yards.
Really nice explosive play there on the ground. And tell you what, for these fans sitting in the stadium, they're not used to seeing their home team pushed around. So continue to be physical at the line of scrimmage. Mix in the runs with the pass, and they can continue to generate these big explosive runs. I don't think they need to go away from it.
That is a gain of 15, and now it's 1st and goal.
First down. 1st and goal.
Well, if this opening drive is any indication of how the rest of this game's going to go, it seems this offense is going to be pretty content keeping the ball on the ground. A lot of success here early. Now it sets up 1st and goal.
Here's Chubb. Nothing there. He is fortunate just to get back to the line. Now it's 2nd and goal.
A loss was definitely not something they had accounted or budgeted for in this spot. And now, I think it really limits what do you feel comfortable dialing up here on 2nd and goal.
Now from the 9, it'll be 2nd and goal. Stroud going to tuck this one on the zone read. Now a stoppage for an injured Texan as the athletic training staff looks at him We'll step away for a moment. It's been a nice opening drive. It's led to this from the 5, 3rd down and goal. From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. That one's taken in. Middle of the end zone. Jalen Noel. Touchdown, Houston. A terrific way to start this one. Not only a touchdown, but a nice long march down the field. Makes it a long walk back to the bench for the defense.
Mike, that's about as good as you can imagine starting a game offensively. To be able to sustain that many plays and be able to cap it off with a touchdown, that is a dream start for this offense.
Now Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. He knocks it through, and the Texans will take a 7-0 lead.
7, Colts nothing.
And so after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn to kick it up. Ashton Doolin now to return it. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Colts offense going to take the field here for the first time. They're led by the former first-round pick out of Duke, quarterback Daniel Jones.
You know, how often do we see guys in the league, Mike, that are former first-round picks? They get significant starting time with their original franchise, and then there's a change of address, right? They got to go play for a new team and start a new chapter of their career. Some guys take it and run with it, and some guys we never hear from again. I have a funny feeling this situation he's walking into in Indianapolis, I think, is a really good one for NFL quarterbacks. I think he has some pieces around him, and I think people don't appreciate the kind of athlete and the skill set that Daniel Jones has. I think every running back's dream is that he's going to run through a wide-open hole and have breakaway touchdowns, but that's not necessarily the case very often in the NFL. So the backs that are the best are the ones that can get more yardage than maybe what's blocked for, and I think this is a nice physical gain here that they can continue to build off of as the game unfolds.
They get 22 yards there. First down, Indianapolis.
That's good for a Colts.
Really nice throw there. The ability to throw the ball out on the perimeter. Yes, arm strength and all of that. But it's also timing. The timing of the route. When is that wide receiver coming out of his break to deliver that ball accurately as his head comes around? If the ball's thrown too early, the receiver's not ready. If the ball's thrown too late, that's when disaster strikes.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the Texans' 36-yard line.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd down and 4. A quick throw on this RPO, and Downs has it. Oh, a nice open field tackle there. He could not get free. They're going to stop him for no gain.
3rd and 5.
Man, what a big-time play here by the corner. It feels like he knew that play was coming before the ball was even snapped. You can see he sticks his foot in the ground and bursts. He ends that play before it even has a chance to get started.
Jones going to try and throw on 3rd down.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sitting duck for this pass rush.
So on 4th down, the Colts send out Rigoberto Sanchez to punt. Jalen Knoll deep for Houston. So that one's going to land out of bounds, and the official's going to mark it right at the 20-yard line. Okay, this upcoming week, it marks one of our favorite times of the year here at EA Sports. It's the kickoff to John Madden Thanksgiving Celebration Week. Big John's such a presence on that holiday for so many of us, and we look forward to a big slate of games coming up on Thanksgiving. Packers and Lions start things out, followed by the Chiefs and Cowboys. What a scene that will be. And then finally, the Bengals and the Ravens on Thursday night. Off the play fake. Here's Stroud. Over the middle. He's got the tight end Schultz. And they're going to mark him down right at the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 10. That's enough for a quick first down.
These crossing concepts are frequently used, Mike, throughout the entire game, all across the league. And what it does is it creates a lot of natural rubs. You run out the backside of the defense and rely heavily on the yards after the catch, and it's exactly how they're able to pick up this big gain.
And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
You can see the eyes of the quarterback. He's trying to push this ball initially downfield, but with the defense doing a good job keeping a lid on the coverage, he's forced to check this ball down to the shallow route. But this is something that they know in the future. If I need a couple yards, they can come back to this play.
And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
Depending on the situation or the down and distance, Mike, the linebackers have different reads. Sometimes they read the offensive lineman. Sometimes they read the running back. In this case, his read brings him right to the play. He's able to make a big stop and keep the game to nothing.
From the gun here on 3rd down, it's Stroud. That one on target with Kirk. They've got it. He's going to have the first down. That one good for 9, and the drive continues.
These 3rd down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on 3rd down.
That's to the left side, and caught by Knoll. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line.
A gain of 27.
That's good for 27 and a first down.
Texans first down. 1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
The defender has to do a better job here, Mike, of getting depth. He wants to elevate that ball to give his secondary defender a chance to make a play. He gets too much width, not enough depth, and a quarterback like this is going to take advantage.
On 1st down, it's Stroud. He takes off. And they'll finally run him down, but he takes it inside the 10-yard line. That is a gain of 20. And what a chance now. 1st and goal coming up.
This has been a great drive, and mostly at the hands of the man with the ball there. He thought about pulling the trigger on that one, thought better of it, decides to take off with his legs, and now he's going to have 1st and goal.
He'll find the rookie out of Iowa State, Jaden Higgins.
This is why the timing of these routes is so critical. If that ball is thrown a little bit later, he's unable to keep his feet in bounds, but instead the quarterback is on time and accurate, and the receiver does a nice job not only securing the catch, but ensuring that both feet remain in bounds.
A 2nd down throw for Stroud. Now, screen set up for Marks. And he's in! Woody Marks. Touchdown, Texans.
Tell you what, this offense has come out, and they have completely dominated here in the early going, Mike. I mean, this has just been methodical, sustained, back-to-back drives right down the field. And then to finish in the red zone, man, you just can't draw it up any better than that.
Now Fairbairn for the extra point. He's got it. And the Texans will extend their first quarter lead. It's now 14-0. And so after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn to kick it up. On the return, it's Doolin. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. And that's where the offense will take over. The Colts offense about ready to get going on their second possession. They're an early hole, 14-0. Gotta start digging out soon. They'll begin this drive, 1st and 10. Play action now. It's Jones. That's the tight end, Mo Alley-Cox. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable 2nd down.
From the 29, here's 2nd and 6. They'll toss this right side to Taylor. And he'll get forward for about a yard. Daniil Hunter with the stop.
So these, Mike, are the body blow runs. They're not big gains. They're nothing fancy. But they really set that physical tone for the rest of the game where now a good play caller can use some of these early runs to set up something a little bit bigger down the road.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jones. And he's going to have the 1st down taken down after a short pickup of 5, but it will keep the drive going.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 36.
Really nice job here by the quarterback, understanding what did he need to pick up a fresh set of downs. In this case, that underneath drag route was all it took. Get the ball into the hands of your receiver, pick up a 1st down.
Moving to his right, he's going to keep it himself. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
A gain of
10 yards on the scramble there, and he picks up the 1st down.
1st down.
And this is something the defense knew they had to contain coming in today, Mike. They worked all week on containing this quarterback, but here we are, early on in the game, a nice scramble there, good yardage, and he's able to pick up the 1st down.
Left side, that is caught by Warren.
Complete to number 84, Tyler Warren. Out of bounds at his own 49-yard line.
From just shy of midfield, here's 2nd down. Shotgun now for Jones. Right back to Warren again. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And, man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs.
Working from the gun, it's Jones. He's got his tight end. That's Warren. 4 catches already in this opening quarter, off to a hot start as he picks up the 1st down.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
It's so early in the game, you have to be careful now as coaches and players that you don't find yourself trailing early and get out of your game plan. There is so much time left. Stick to what you've worked on all week. There's plenty of time to chip away and see if you can make this thing close come the 4th quarter.
E.J. Speed on the tackle. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the Texans' 29-yard line.
They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. They go right back to Taylor. They'll push forward here, down to about the 27. Eric Stingley Jr. off the edge, makes the tackle.
And while that run wasn't anything really to write home about, what it allows them to do, Mike, is keep everything in the playbook at their disposal. 3rd and short, now it's up to these coaches to dial up their best short yardage play and extend this drive.
From the gun, it's Jones. And that is incomplete. Contact, but no flags. going to be fourth down.
Fourth down.
So prior to that third down call, Mike, I thought they put themselves in a pretty good situation. At that down and distance, they had run and pass, both at their disposal, but nice job by the defense being up to the task. Force the incomplete, brings up fourth down.
And he is going to have a Colts first down, it would appear. Yes, he does, by a full yard. They pick it up on 4th and 2.
This is a little bit of a tough spot for a play caller, Mike. Fourth down, is it close enough that I can run the ball? Is it far enough that I have to risk a pass? That took some courage to call a run play, and fortunate for them, they're able to celebrate after.
Now they are in business, inside the 15-yard line.
A gain of 10 yards.
It'll be a pickup of 10. That's good for a Colts first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 14-yard line.
So after one, it's the Texans who have the early lead. We'll come back to Indianapolis in a moment. The Colts with the football to start this second quarter as they've got it with 1st and 10. Jones operating out of the pistol. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught.
I really like the balance that they've showed so far on this drive, Mike, and what that does is it makes the defense have to defend the entire field. The run game and the pass game, everything looks the same. There's no tells, so they can't afford to just dial up certain schemes to take away a run or a pass. They've got to defend the entire playbook, and so far they've done a great job on this drive doing just that.
And he will get into the end zone. Jonathan Taylor. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
But you think back to their first possession of this game, Mike, it resulted in a punt. Not exactly the fast start the coaches told us was so important as this game unfolds. They get the ball back for possession 2. Now they try to find some rhythm, find their identity of the game plan, and they come away with 6. So that's how you bounce back in this league. It's not always going to be perfect. Really nice job settling into this game here with their second possession.
Here's Michael Badgley for the point after. The kick is good. And the Colts are on the board. It's now 14-7.
Colts 7.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Here's Tremon Smith on the return. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. C.J. Stroud and the Houston offense set to get going again. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. On play action. Stroud. He'll get this complete over the middle with Kirk. And a big strike for good yardage there all the way up to midfield. That's a gain of 21 to open this drive.
A gain of 21 yards.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
No gain on the play.
So there's multiple factors, Mike, that make blitzes successful. So, of course, there's the initial design. Can you attack the vulnerabilities of the offense's blocking scheme? And then in this case, the next phase is the timing. You can see this linebacker knew exactly when that ball was going to be snapped. The offensive line had no chance to identify and pick him up, and he's able to bring him down for a loss.
A gain of 5 brings up 3rd and 6.
3rd and 6. Here's Stroud. He's got his man. That's Knowles. That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
And the Texans first down. A gain of 15. First down, Houston.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
And he'll be out of bounds as the first down completion nets about 3.
Out of bounds at the 27-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd and 6. They'll go play action with Stroud. And it'll be a short pickup that's not enough for the first down.
There's no more efficient play in the NFL, Mike, than the play-action passing game. And you can see here why. You make the defense have to honor both the run and the pass, and he's able to pick up a nice gain to his tight end.
Now a 3rd and 2. To throw, it's Stroud. Rolling right.
C.J. Stroud. It's a gain of 2.
On 3rd down, the defense decides to dial up a blitz. Give credit to the offensive line and the running backs. They were ready for it. They picked it up. That's what allowed the quarterback to escape the pocket, see open space, and convert and pick up the first down.
Off play action. He'll set up to throw. Under pressure, and down he goes. They got him.
We've seen a little bit of a transformation across the defensive tackle position. And what I mean, Mike, is years ago, they were on the interior of the line to stuff the run. They were big bodies taking up space. Now, not only do you have to defend the run, you have to be able to win one-on-one matchups and get to the quarterback.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. From the gun, here's Stroud. That one caught by Noel. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules. And the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend. I think he predetermined that 3rd down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there. And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
Fairbairn, after making the field goal, heads back out to kick this one away. On the return, it's Doolin. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. Here's Jonathan Taylor and the Colts offense. heading back for their next possession. They find themselves down 17-7 as this drive starts 1st and 10. Throwing, Jones. Trying the left side and caught by Pittman. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line.
It's a gain of
16 yards on the game and a quick first down.
First down.
Really nice job there, Mike. I mean, he sees the blitz coming and just gets the ball out of his hands. Understand where your outlets are. It results in an easy pitch and catch and move the chains.
Jones keeping this one. And some good footwork there. He'll take this forward for a gain of 8.
And these are body blows on any defense. This quarterback has the ability to make guys miss and do a lot of damage in the run game. And that's a nice pickup there.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd and 1. Here's Taylor. And he will work this down inside the 40. That's going to be good enough to move the chains. First down. Looks like we have an injured Colt on that play. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. Here's Jones. That's caught inside by Pittman on the slant. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 33-yard line.
Here's a 2nd and 3 from the 33. Now Jones. That one complete to Pierce. And a good job rallying to the football. Holding just a gain of a yard and sets up 3rd down.
A gain of 2.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
They'll try and run for this. It's Taylor. And he's got nowhere to go. That defensive front controlling the line of scrimmage. It'll bring up 4th down.
No gain on the play.
Well, we have an early decision here, Mike. How aggressive does this coach want to be on this 4th down try? I think you got to keep your offense out there. You have a prime opportunity to take the fight to them, extend this drive, and hopefully be able to come away with points.
The field goal unit staying put. They're going to line up and go for this on 4th down. They'll run for it. It's Taylor. And he's not going to get there. The defense was ready for it, and they stuff him on 4th down.
Well, that play had no chance from the start. The running back was not even able to make it back to the original line of scrimmage. Give credit to that defensive line. That was an incredible effort, forcing that 4th down stop.
Texans offense ready to take over possession of the football. Their lead is 10. They go back to work, try to add to it. It begins with 1st down. Schultz, the motion man. They'll start on the ground, and this is Marks. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. Terrific starter there. Gain of 15 and a 1st down.
Nice job by them getting the back to the perimeter. Then he's able to get outside, stick his foot in the ground, and then get vertical. Right down the numbers. Those are the type of runs this offense wants to see more of going forward.
Stroud to throw here on 1st down. That's taken in by Marks. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8.
It's a gain of
Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly second down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
Here's 2nd and 2. From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. Checking it down, this one is caught. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line.
It's a gain of
23 yards on that pass play. First down for Houston.
It's a gain of 23 yards.
This is what they call an angle route. And what's so hard for these linebackers is it looks like the running back is just trying to beat you to the flat. And then once you overcommit, he puts his foot down and crosses your face, and he's wide open in the middle of the field.
Out of the gun, they'll run with Marks. And he finds some space, tackled after a gain of 7 on first down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 15-yard line.
2nd down and 3. He'll go again with Marks. And he's into the end zone yet again. Woody Marks. Touchdown, Houston. His 2nd touchdown of this first half.
You just don't see these kind of holes too often at this NFL level, Mike. And you can see once he got the ball, the clear line to the end zone, he doesn't get touched. And an unfortunate defensive breakdown here ends up costing him 6 points.
Fairbairn to add the extra point. It's up and through. And the Texans up their lead. It's now 24-7. And so after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn to kick it off. Anthony Gould now to return. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. Here's Jonathan Taylor and the Colts offense heading back for their next possession. They'll begin with 1st and 10. Quickly to Pittman. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 27-yard line.
Here's a 2nd and 6. To throw, it's Jones. Pass is caught. It's 1. And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40.
A gain of 12 yards.
12 yards on that hookup. First down, Indianapolis.
It's been a rough first half, but now as we approach halftime, Mike, you got to start getting some wins. And it could be something small like we just saw here. Some positive plays, build a little confidence on that sideline. So as you go into halftime, you have something to build on.
A throw on the move is caught. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line. Number 14 with a pickup of 14. And a first down.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Anytime you're facing a zone defense, you're working from your first progression all the way through. But when guys are open in this level, Mike, they don't stay open very long. So what they taught us as receivers, if you're open, stay open. And if you're not open, you better get open quick because that ball is coming now. So this team finds themselves now in a little bit of a tricky situation here, Mike. If they don't find a way to start sustaining some of these drives and come away with points, all of a sudden you're trailing by double digits in the second half. You become very one-dimensional, you become very pass-heavy, and that's certainly not how any team in the NFL wants to play.
Left side, that is caught by Warren. And they'll take this down inside the 35. That's a pair of hookups on this drive. This one goes for 14 yards and a first down.
And that was just a simple read that time. He knew his guy was going to come open in the middle of the field based on the look they gave. All he had to do was let the play develop and then deliver a strike to pick up the first down.
Throw to the right flat. It is caught. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. That's his third catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
You can see this connection is just starting really to pick up. They're seeing the game through the same set of eyes, and that is the job of the receiver. What is my quarterback expecting from me? Where does he want me? Be there on time, and it leads to big gains like this.
So they move inside the 20, first and 10 at the 18. Shotgun now for Jones. He got his man at the 6. And the Colts are looking at a first and goal. He takes it all the way down to the 2.
16 more yards. That's another Colts first down.
It's been a really good drive so far, but what I really like, Mike, is they're down here in the red zone, and they continue to attack. Now, not quite a touchdown, but with first and goal, this defense certainly has their back against the ropes.
What an important sequence this is, trying to get one of those scores back before halftime in a great spot. First down and goal. And he will power his way into the end zone. Jonathan Taylor, touchdown Colts. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. Well, that is a step in the right direction, finding the end zone. I don't know, Greg. Could this be building some momentum for these guys, and that's important before halftime?
Absolutely, and I think the biggest thing this coach is trying to get across right now on the sideline, Mike, is let's just cut into this lead, and let's make it a one-score game at half. So they still got some work to do, but if they can go into halftime, regroup, catch their breath, just keep it close, give yourself a fighting chance here out of the break.
Badgley's extra point is good. And the Colts back within 10. It's now 24-14. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Now return coming from the 7. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. C.J. Stroud and the Houston offense set to get going again. And he has done everything you could ask of him coming into this one. Spreading it around, hasn't taken many chances, and potentially on his way to a big game throwing the football. On the ground, it's Marks. Open the drive, and he surges forward for a gain of about 5.
The ball carrier. He's taken down at the 33-yard line. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Now Stroud. Oh, and this one's going to wind up incomplete. That's one you'd think he'd be able to corral. He can't find the handle, and it's going to lead to a third down.
Anytime you see a receiver at this level miss a ball that easy, it's just concentration. They just take it for granted. All of a sudden, they're thinking about what their next move is or what they're going to do after the catch. And instead of just focusing on first things first, secure the catch, put the ball away, then become a runner.
15-yard pickup there. It's good for a Texans first down.
And that's an important conversion, not only because it keeps their offense on the field, and now they can go down and see if they can steal some late points. But either way, worst case scenario, Mike, if you're the offense here, you want to possess the ball going into halftime. Don't give your opponent a chance to go down and score on you. So big pickup there. Now we'll see if they can turn it into some points.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 25-yard line.
7 more yards.
Here's a timeout, Houston. That's their second, as they'll stop it just a little bit over 30 seconds to go in this first half.
First down, Houston.
So they come to the line for first down and 10. Stroud. Oh, a huge mistake late in the half. It is intercepted. And the Colts are going to get the football, and they'll have it just past the 20-yard line.
I would love to see his weapons do a better job, Mike, especially in the middle of the field, getting open in these zones. I just feel like there's been tight coverage, a lot of little windows to throw through, and yes, anytime you turn the ball over, it's on the quarterback, but the rest of this supporting unit needs to do a better job helping him.
The Colts offense going to take over just before the half. They'll start out first down and 10. From the gun, it's Jones. Now the Colts will use the first of their timeouts, and the stoppage comes with 23 seconds left on the first half clock.
Brings up second and 1 at the 30-yard line.
Second and a yard. To throw is Jones. They'll set up the screen to Taylor. That one way too slow in developing. They rally to the ball, they get the man, and it's no gain. Timeout, Indianapolis. That is their second. Clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. It's going to be third. They need one. Jones operating out of the pistol. That's caught. Left side. It's complete. And he's going to have the first down as he gets out of bounds, and he stopped the clock as well.
That's good.
When you decide to throw the ball on 3rd and 1, typically, Mike, what you're doing is you start from the top down. If you have the big shot downfield, take it. If not, the quarterback works through his progression, finds the medium target, picks up a first down.
Again, they'll throw with Jones. And this one is caught by Pierce. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
It's a gain of 22.
Now here's timeout. They're going to take it with 8 seconds remaining until the break.
If you're going to give him this much time to scan the field, he's inevitably going to find an open man downfield like he does here. That's a great job remaining patient and letting that play develop.
In comes Michael Badgley for this field goal try. This will be just inside 60, a 59-yard field goal attempt. Badgley's kick is good. And the Colts are able to get it back within a score.
And this is really why you want a kicker with a big leg. In these situations, end of half, can you steal 3 points from distance and come away with 3? And really nice job there, right around that midfield logo. It's kind of crazy how it's become sort of routine in today's NFL.
4 seconds still to be played in this half as that one's away. And he will sit on it here in the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10. Stroud going to set up to throw. Here's a ball thrown deep right sideline. That's going to be incomplete. They took a shot on the final play. Prayer not answered. And that is how this first half will come to an end.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the downtown Orlando studios. Scott Hansen and crew with you for a short and sweet halftime, as this game's had a little bit of everything to it. We'll find out which side can establish some tempo in the third quarter as we're ready to kick off the second half. Back out to our commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Scott, thanks. Probably a tough halftime for the defensive coordinators, trying to do something to slow down these offenses. What a show they put on in the first half. Third quarter set to commence. And we're back underway here on EA Sports. On the return, it's Doolin. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Colts offense looking to get back to work as we begin this third quarter. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a first down. On first down, they'll start with Taylor. And he'll get forward for a couple. It is Azeez Al-Shire with the stop.
26. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
So, from the 26-yard line, here's 2nd down and 7. Working from the gun, it's Jones. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
To Anthony Gould. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 2.
3rd and 2. Here we go. Here's Jones to throw. Coming open is Pierce. It's on target. They get 18 on that one. That's good for a Colts first down.
And the Colts first down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
These curl routes, he's been running these routes since he was a young kid in Pop Warner football, and I like to call it pulling the string. You've got the defender thinking you're going downfield, and you stick that foot in the ground, work back to the quarterback, friendly to the ball, and really nice job picking up the first down.
And he'll try to use that size and push forward, but it will not work. They're going to get him down behind the line.
Well, you know, Mike, if I had to guess, I'd say that's probably not what they had in mind when they called that play, but those guys on defense, it felt like they knew what was coming from the start, and they got to him in a hurry.
Jones to the air again. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They've got him.
When you can win so fast as an edge rusher, you put so much pressure on the quarterback to speed everything up. He can sense that pressure coming either from his front or back side. It either speeds up and leads to an errant throw, or in this case, it leads to a sack.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. Throwing now is Jones. Taking off, he'll try to get there. What a letdown for the defense. They allow a conversion on 3rd and 16.
The defensive line has to do a better job of contain rushing, especially on 3rd down. Like, you can't rush one-on-one. You have to rush as a unit. Keep the quarterback in the pocket, and when you let him get loose, this is what's going to happen.
Throwing on 1st down is Jones. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
From the 33, here's 2nd and 6. To the right side, that is hauled in by Warren. And they're going to get this all the way down inside the 5.
It's a gain of 31
A big
yards.
play and a much-needed one as well.
Colts,
31 yards.
1st and goal.
If you want to
at the
score
2-yard
points at a
line.
high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone. And this is where you have to finish drives.
And he'll go down back at the 4-yard
He was
line.
taken down behind the line
In
of
these
scrimmage.
goal-to-go situations,
A loss of
backed
2.
up on your own goal
Brings up
line, Mike, what they
2nd
teach the
and
defense is
goal
it's
at the
your
4-yard
job to
line.
establish a new line of scrimmage. And that's exactly what they did here. Watch the push they get. The offensive line goes backwards, and they take the ball carrier down for a loss.
Jones. And he will take this one across into the end zone. Daniel Jones. Touchdown, Indy. The defense comes up with the coverage, but they cannot keep up with the speed as the quarterback scrambles to the end zone for the touchdown.
And down here in the red zone, Mike, is where I think a quarterback's legs can be the most dangerous. The defenders are trying to match backs, match tight ends and receivers, but often it's the quarterback that has no one assigned to him, and in this case, he's able to capitalize and run it in himself.
Here's Badgley for the extra point. His kick is good, and the Colts will tie this game at 24.
24-24.
So back to level after the touchdown. And time for the kickoff. Here comes a return from the 5. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive.
27-yard line.
The Texans offense and their running back, Woody Marks, heading back onto the field. Both these offenses have been informal. Is the defense going to show up? Can anybody come up with a stop? All tied here in this 3rd quarter, and it's 1st and 10. Kirk is the motion man. They'll go play action with Stroud. Over the middle. He's got the tight end Schultz. He's close to a 1st down to gain a 9. Nice pitch and catch on 1st down.
This is a great example of why teams want to stay out of what they call passing downs, where a defense doesn't have to honor the run. In this case, they do, and man, the play-action pass just works off of that and can really lead to some chunk plays.
Kirk is the motion man. Off the play fake. Here's Stroud. The pressure gets there, and down he goes.
Well, as they face this possible 3-and-out following that 2nd down sack, now if you're the quarterback, you've got to be thinking, get the ball out of my hand, find a matchup I like downfield to try to push this ball past the sticks and keep this drive alive.
They need 8 as they come up for third down. From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. He's going to take a shot down the field. And that one's incomplete. They really ratcheted up the coverage there. And they force fourth down.
And that's exactly how you teach it. They want these defenders to time the hit, that right when the ball gets there, you separate the receiver from the ball. And those are the ones on offense, man. You just have to make that catch, Mike. I know it's easier said than done, but you know the hit's coming. You've got to squeeze that thing, brace for impact, and make that play for your offense.
And not much doing there. They made sure he would not get free. The Colts offense ready to take over once more. They'll do so with 1st and 10. They'll start this on the ground. It's Taylor.
Jonathan Taylor, the ball carrier. He's tackled at the 34-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd and 8. Zone read, it's a give to Taylor. And he is planted backfield. Defenders crashing through, blow up that play behind the line.
He sniffed that one out from the jump. I mean, once he diagnosed and knew where the ball was going, he got there in a hurry, and he put an end to that play really before it ever got started.
Throwing is Jones on third down. Nowhere to go. He is taken down. Daniil Hunter, pass rusher extraordinaire, in action again.
These pass rushers, they love these situations where they can just pin their ears back and go after the quarterback. They knew they had a chance to put an end to this drive, and they didn't let it go to waste.
The Colts about set to punt, and he is hoping to improve on his first attempt. Here's Noel, and he'll be brought down, short return, and they'll take over there. The Texans offense and their running back, Woody Marks, heading back onto the field. And you look at his numbers as a pass catcher in this one. They've lined him up in different spots, shifted him around, and they've made him a real weapon in the passing game. They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. From the gun, here's Stroud. And that one is incomplete, but a penalty flag is down. Could they have called the push-off there?
Still 1st down.
They'll send a tight end in motion. Good result there after the penalty. They get the yardage back and then some.
And with that run, this back is closing in on almost 100 yards for the game today, Mike. He's had a lot of those good chunk plays. This defense has not had a great answer for him so far.
From the 46, here's 2nd and 5. On play action, Stroud. He's going to run it.
Well, let's give credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was nowhere to go with the ball for that quarterback. He had no choice but to just tuck it down himself, and he's able only to pick up a short gain.
Now a 3rd and 2. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. Oh, they try to go down the field with it, but it winds up incomplete.
And barring an aggressive decision here on 4th down, it just seemed like a really wasted possession to go 3 and out, not able to pick up a single 1st down. Not only do you not able to gain any field position advantage, it really takes a lot of the wind out of your sails as you find yourself jogging off the field and the punt team coming on.
Oh, that is terrific.
The Colts take over
Out of
first
bounds,
and 10
inside the 5-yard line. The Colts offense and Daniel Jones ready to get going once more, and he's had it going in the first half. Really had his way with the secondary. They have been powerless to stop him. Now, they're trying to keep it going. They'll run on 1st down with Taylor. And he's brought down after a gain of a couple.
Brought down at his own 6-yard line. A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
Second down and 8. A design run here with Jones. And he will give himself up at the end of that one.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 1.
3rd and a yard. They'll try to sneak it here. And he'll get this to the 15. That's good enough for the 1st down.
It's a gain of 2.
When done correctly, Mike, this is just such a high percentage call. It's kind of hard to choose another play off your call sheet. It's impossible to defend. You can know it's coming, stack the box, whatever you want to do. But most of the time, they'll just drive forward and pick up the 1st down.
On play action, it's Jones. Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down. Will Anderson in there to drop him that time. It's a loss of 7.
Impressive play by the defensive end here, Mike. It's his technique. It put him in position to not only make the play, but it's that closing speed that's allowed him to finish it off.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. To throw, it's Jones. That's complete to his running back, Taylor. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 8.
Shotgun now for Jones. Here's a deep shot for Pierce. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. It's another big play in a game that's had its share.
That's good.
39 yards.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Pretty easy to see why he continues to be a main focal point for this offense throughout the entire game. That play not only extends the drive, but now they find themselves in plus territory and hope to come away with some points.
This throw right side, pulled in by Pittman. And they'll take this down inside the 35. They get 12 yards on that pass. 1st down, Indianapolis.
10 at the 33-yard line.
This is incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down. Let's see what this call is. You only get a 1-yard buffer from the line of scrimmage for these old linemen. That time he strayed a little too far, and it draws the flag. Again, it's Jones. Again, they target Pittman. He's got another catch.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
From the gun, it's Jones. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
It's a gain of 16 yards.
2 receptions for him on this drive. This one good for 16 yards.
Now, this is the epitome of a really short throw and a really nice run after catch. And listen, for a quarterback, it all counts the same. You don't always have to throw the ball downfield to generate explosive plays, and these drag routes can be very, very effective.
And they continue to churn out first down. What a drive. It continues now with 1st and goal.
And this offense just continues to chew up yards and get first down after first down. And defensively now, you find yourself a little bit on your heels. You're defending a goal-to-go situation. They need to step up here and get a stop.
He'll try zone read on 1st and goal. And he will take it in himself. Daniel Jones. Touchdown, Indianapolis. His 2nd TD of the game, and this one gives his team the lead.
This is one of the more impressive drives that we've seen in a while here, Mike, and to cap it off, it's a simple read option, but for some reason, the defense just doesn't account for the quarterback keeping the ball, and by the time they realize who has it, he's in the open field and on his way for 6.
Badgley now attack on the extra point. He's got it. The Colts will go up by 7.
It's the score, Colts 31, Texans 24.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Here's Smith to return it. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. The Texans offense and their running back, Willie Marks, heading back onto the field. And as you take a look at the numbers, you have to imagine he was the topic of conversation in that locker room at halftime. They got to find a way to slow him down. Nothing they've done has worked so far. Stroud to throw here on 1st down. He'll step up and run. Stroud avoids the contact as he slides to a stop after picking up the 1st down.
15 yards. And the Texans, 1st down. 1st and 10.
We've seen this quarterback have some effective plays with his legs all game today, Mike. He knows when to stay in there and look to pass, but he also knows when it's time to tuck it and go, and he's able to pick up good yardage there.
He'll work this ahead for 2, maybe 3. Grover Stewart there for the tackle.
49-yard line. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
From just shy of midfield, here's 2nd down and 7. So, no shortage of offense in this one as we end the 3rd. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Second and 7. Throwing is Stroud. That one out wide for Marks. And he'll get only a yard before he's out of bounds, and that's going to set up a third down.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short game.
Big play coming up. This is third down. This is caught. He got the connection to Collins. They get 19 on that pass play. First down for Houston.
And the Texans, first down. First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
On second down, Stroud. That one caught by Schultz, the tight end. And he's into the end zone. Dalton Schultz. Touchdown, Texans. A huge touchdown there in the fourth quarter, and now just a point away from tying the game.
And that's one of those drives, Mike, where you know your best is needed. Can you come through here late and give your team a chance? They're an extra point away from tying this thing up, and we got ourselves a ball game.
So they're not level yet. A critical extra point attempt to follow. The kick is good, and that will tie this game here in the fourth quarter. All even. Fourth quarter, everything we've wanted. What's in store in the remaining time? On the return, it's Doolin. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Colts offense and Daniel Jones ready to get going once more. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been successful. He just processes things so quickly, making the right read seemingly every time. In motion is Warren. A run with Kelly. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. Give them 14 on that play. One play. One first down.
For a Colts first down.
That's a heck of a run right here, Mike. Tie game, fourth quarter. Everything's on the line. Can you win in the trenches? Can the threat of that run continue to balance off the pass? And that's a big gain there as they try to go take this lead.
Trying on the left side and caught by Pittman.
Nice job here by the defense. Did a good job just covering up everything for the most part. So once this ball was caught, really didn't have much of a choice but to just head out of bounds and pick up a modest gain.
They'll come up here on second down and 5. To throw is Jones. Oh, what a throw. Slinging it across his body and complete. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. A pickup of 15 in the air. That's good for a Colts first down.
That's just such a tough throw. I mean, that's all arm. Being able to get your body turned and throw back across your body. I mean, it's one thing if you're just throwing it a couple yards to a check down. But in this case, he's still willing and able to push the ball downfield. And there does come some danger when you throw back across. But in this case, it's a big completion.
That's 13 more on that play. And quickly, another first down.
At the 26-yard
And we're starting to see the fruits of their labor paying off here. I mean, they've used this run game to throw a bunch of body blows throughout the entire contest. And while some of the carries didn't result in much at the time, it's clear they're starting to take its toll on this defense.
And he can't get away. They rally to the football defensively. Bring him down for no gain.
2nd and 9 at the 25-yard line.
From the 25, here's 2nd down and 9. Give up the middle to Taylor. Open space inside the 10. And he's got another one. Jonathan Taylor. Touchdown Colts. That is his 3rd touchdown of the afternoon. Greg, every touchdown counts the same, but the ones you get in the 4th quarter, they are the ones that feel a little more important.
Yeah, now the pressure shifts to your defense. Your offense was able to go out and get the lead here late. Does your defense have enough left in them to get one more stop?
Here's Badgley for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Colts will go up by 7.
Makes the score Colts 38, Texans 31. Mike Badgley.
So the lead is 7 now. Here in this 4th quarter, the tie has been broken. Let's see what happens on this kickoff. This returnable from the 4. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. The Houston offense going to make their way back onto the field. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. To throw, it's Stroud. To the middle of the field, caught by Higgins. And he'll be brought down up past the 35-yard line. 12 yards on the game. That's good for a quick 1st down.
Well, there's not a lot to this route. Man coverage and you got a drag route. Give them a little something off the line and go. Win with speed. Good, accurate ball on the front shoulder pad allows him to pick up the rest after the catch and leads to a big game.
Oh, the short throw there, but it's going to end up incomplete. That's a pass he say he should have had. Instead, he does not, and it brings up 2nd down.
And that's another brutal drop for an offense that has struggled to catch the ball up to this point. And yes, you can nitpick about ball placement and whatnot, but listen, the reality is at this level, if it hits your hands, you have to find a way to come down with it.
On a 2nd down throw for Stroud. And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. That was a good idea. Didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up 3rd down.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
From the gun here on 3rd down, it's Stroud. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him. Pretty save, bursting through to bring him down.
We're starting to see in these passing situations, Mike, this defensive line is starting to have their way against this group up front, because right now, their pass protection is breaking down, and this quarterback's paying the price for it.
The Texans set to punt this one away. They'll be forced to punt, trailing here in the fourth quarter. Now, fair catch called, and he's going to take it out beyond the 25-yard line. Here's Jonathan Taylor and the Colts offense heading back for their next possession. And it's hard to believe you could run the ball a whole lot better than he has. The vision, the cutback ability, the acceleration, the stats. It has all been on display throughout. Taylor gets it out of the pistol. And this is going to be a Colts first down as the tackle is made just shy of the 40.
That's good for a Colts.
You know, there's all this talk, Mike, about the value of the run game in today's NFL. You know when the run game matters? It matters right now. Fourth quarter, you've got the lead. Can you lean on your running back and offensive line to close this game out?
On first down, they'll stay with Taylor on the ground. And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5.
And he has been a handful to deal with throughout this entire contest, Mike. And they came into the game saying, we want to impose our will on the defense. And that's exactly what they've been able to do.
From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd and 4. They go right back to Taylor. And he'll be near the first down marker. It's called a gain of 3, but a short yardage situation coming up on third down.
And after that short run, puts them a little bit closer to the first down marker, and they're going to need to create more running room on the ground if they plan on extending this drive.
On third down, here's a run by Taylor. And he's across midfield, and more importantly, he's got the first down at the 49-yard line.
And defensively, these are the opportunities, Mike, at this stage in the game you just can't miss. It's a close game. Fourth quarter, you find yourself trailing. You've got to be able to come up in that spot and force a stop. Instead, now the offense can drain even more time off the clock with a fresh set of downs.
Oh, what a run. Down inside the 30-yard line. A gain there of 23 yards. First down, Indianapolis.
First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
And this is the point of the game, Mike, where you really can start leaning on your run game and try to close this game out. You've got the lead, you're in the fourth quarter, and they're able to pop off a big run.
Jones now on first down. There's that man again, another catch. And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker.
It takes a certain guy in that slot position to be willing and able to go across the middle of the defense on those in-breaking routes. You can tell this guy, he doesn't care. He is fearless going across the middle, and he's able to secure a nice catch.
Now it's the veteran, Amir Abdullah. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
You know, at this point, the defense has to sell out and stop the run. You know exactly what the offense is trying to get accomplished by keeping the ball on the ground. But now the question remains, are they willing to take some risk here and put the ball in the air on third down? Or do they play it safe and keep running the clock by keeping the ball on the ground?
Pass interference. Defense.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Working from the gun, it's Jones. And he'll be marked down at the 7. And it will set up 1st and goal.
Big-time completion right there, and this isn't just a spot where they're trying to run the game out here in the fourth quarter. They were not only trying to pick up points, but they're trying to get in the end zone and extend this lead. So really nice job here late. We're going to see if they can put this one out of reach.
A 4-yard gain brings up second and goal at the 3-yard line.
Ball at the 3, second down and goal. Taylor, and this one ruined quickly. Take him back to the 5-yard line.
It makes sense on second and goal, Mike, to keep this ball on the ground. You always have third down again to finally punch it in. But now after the defense forces you backwards, I think you have to consider putting this one in the air here on third and goal.
Jones now on third and goal. And he will score again. Daniel Jones. Touchdown, Indy. Everything you want to do right there, Greg, in the fourth quarter, get the ball with the lead and extend it to a 2-score advantage.
Yeah, I think this just might end up being too much to overcome. You said it. Once you get a 2-score lead this late in the fourth quarter, there's just not enough possessions to be had to claw yourself back in it.
Badgley now to tack on the extra point. He gets it to go, and the Colts will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter.
Texans 31.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. The return starts from the 5. He's across the 20 to the 21. That's where the drive will begin. Texans offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. To throw, Stroud. Got his man. It's Kirk. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 24-yard line.
From the 24 now, here's 2nd down and 7. From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. Pass right side, and Higgins has the catch. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
The best quarterbacks, Mike, they have an internal clock in their head. How does my protection match up with the rush and the route concept I'm trying to attack downfield? In this case, he's looking downfield, realizes quickly this ball's got to come out, checks it down to his underneath drag, picks up what he can.
That one too far out in front. It is incomplete. Nico Collins was the intended receiver there. And it's going to lead to a 4th down.
But here we find the best laid plans sometimes do go astray. Every offense, Mike, what do they tell us? We want to stay ahead of the chains. We want to stay on schedule. This was a 3rd and very reasonable, incomplete on that 3rd down try. Now brings up 4th and short.
And he's going to have a Texans first down. And he gets more than he needs. 4 yards, the pickup on that 4th and 2.
They knew they were in a tough spot here defensively. Anytime a team gets you down into these 4th and short situations, we've kind of seen this take hold in the NFL. The ability of offenses to generate first downs on 4th down continues to improve year after year, and defenses have a hard time winning these gotta-have-it moments. This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
He'll get this complete over the middle with Kirk. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line. His second grab on this drive, good for 11 yards, but most importantly, a first down. From the gun, here's Stroud. And that one's incomplete, but a late flag comes in. Looks like he might have gotten there early. All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning remain as we get set for 1st and 10. Here's Stroud. Now, screen set up for Marks. And that one's not fooling anyone. They were on that screen from the start, and a loss of yards on the play.
Well, the best screen plays, of course, you want the offensive lineman out in front of the running back. They act as his escort, his lead blockers. But what you can't afford is for the defenders to be in the backfield and get to the running back, because those offensive linemen, they can't help him at all.
That's caught right side, the tight end Schultz. And he gets him 6 yards closer before going out of bounds. And it's 3rd down coming up. They'll drop to throw. He manages to get the throw away and completes it to the 10-yard line. He is out of bounds there.
19 yards.
Second time they've connected on this drive. And 19 yards out of this one.
A gain of 19 yards.
That's just playing quarterback at a really high level, Mike. I mean, once he realizes his initial pre-snap read has changed, he just calmly goes through his progressions against this zone look.
And he's in. Christian Kirk. Touchdown, Houston.
Well, that was step 1. The offense did their job, get this thing back within 1 possession, so they're still alive. But now they've got to find a way to get a little bit of luck and find a way to get the ball back, and it's not going to be easy.
Now Fairbairn for the extra point. It's up and good. And the Texans will cut the deficit to 7.
Texans 38.
And so after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn to kick it up. On the return, it's Doolin. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. Here's Jonathan Taylor and the Colts offense heading back for their next possession. And this game not quite in hand yet. Still, all 3 timeouts left for the defense, so they can't just kneel this one out, but 1 first down will essentially end the game. On play action, it's Jones. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. The Texans going to go ahead and use their first timeout here, and they'll get together prior to the second down play.
at the 39-yard
Running these
line.
underneath crossing routes, you wouldn't imagine lead to a lot of explosive plays, but when done right, if you can get the receiver in open space and get the ball in their hands, there's a lot of opportunity for big run after the catch and generate chunk plays.
Here's 2nd and 2. On 2nd down, here's a run with Taylor. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. Here's a timeout, Houston. That's their 2nd. And they'll take it with just over 90 seconds left on the clock.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. They'll go again here with Taylor. And they'll take this down inside the 35. Texans going to use the last of their timeouts here. It'll come with an even 90 seconds remaining on the clock.
1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee. Second and 11. So it's a win for the Colts. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. But in the end, they got a few more defensive stops than their opponents did, and that was the difference in this one. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Colts, winners here in the Circle City, as we say so long from Indianapolis.